Hey, so in this video, I want to talk about one of the most frustrating reasons why you'll never get that job. Whether it be entry level or, beginner experience. So really, here's the rundown of what you're probably going to experience. First off, you graduated. So congrats, you all had a big party. Now you're out in the real world looking for a job, just, trying to make ends meet. So after graduating, you need to find a job. And you know that after graduating, you spent your whole time in school, you didn't really have much work experience that you majored in. So you go out and do what any normal student or, graduating student would do, and you start applying for entry-level jobs. Ones that don't really expect too much experience. You're not applying for some manager or some senior position. So in the end, you're expecting to learn stuff in the job, as you go. So you go out and apply, but after a few days or a few weeks, they ghost you. Meaning you never hear back from them. Or maybe, if you're lucky, you might get one of those dreaded automatic response saying, even though your experience is commendable, we regret to inform you that so-and-so got this job, or we're looking for different candidates. All that gobbledygook that they're trying to just lessen the impact from rejecting you. So in the end, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, I meet the requirements. Technically, I don't have any job experience. This is an entry-level experience, so why didn't I get the job? In this video, I'm going to explain why. And honestly, this is probably an exaggeration, but this is just something that every single millennial, people my age, or just people starting now who are graduating, are starting to experience. In the end, it doesn't make any sense. So hopefully you get a good laugh at this, because in the end, I am making fun of whoever's posting these jobs. So the first reason why you didn't get the job was because you need 2 years of experience. What? Seriously? Like, this is an entry-level job. You need 2 years of experience to get an entry-level job? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Why would they advertise this job as saying entry level, 0 years of experience needed, but they rejected you saying we need someone with 2 years of experience? Like, how do they expect you to get that 2 years of experience when you're at school, studying? So yeah, you should have worked while you were at school, right? Even though there was no opportunity for you to work, you just had to have worked full-time and be a full-time student. The next reason why you didn't get the job was because you asked for too much pay. So right now, we have it the worst. So first off, we have to pay to go to school, even though, most of the information that we can get is, free online. You can just search Google or YouTube or, just anywhere on the internet, and they'll give you the information that you need online. But no, we have to pay like tens of thousands of dollars just to get a piece of paper to prove that we went to school, that we, acquired the knowledge. You don't really have any proof saying, I went on Google, searched up how to, build this building, searched up how to become an engineer, and then, expect you to know the knowledge. Even though maybe we are knowledgeable in that field, we don't have the proof. So we're basically paying for proof that we are knowledgeable, even though, sometimes people who graduate college, they don't really always know everything. So student debt is like crippling us. We're coming out with like negative $20,000 right off the bat after graduating, and like society somehow expects us to pay it all back. Of course, you want to pay it all back. You want to be good citizens, but like, how can you expect us to come out with negative $20,000, work the most minimum wage job you can get, with a master's degree, and expect us to pay it on time and live a good life? Like, just why do we have to come out negative to search for a job? Isn't a job supposed to provide us with money? So why do we have to pay money to make money? The next reason, oh man, I'm like getting all fired up. The next reason is that we're just too naive or too ambitious. So they say that we're like entitled. They say that we are privileged. They say that we haven't experienced any hardships in life yet. But how can they say that when we're coming out with negative $20,000 right off the bat, and you somehow expect us to enjoy working at a minimum wage job? So how can we get by and pay off that loan if, let's say, for example, we're making like $15 an hour with like a PhD? Do they seriously think that we enjoy doing that? Like, deep down, in the end, I know that we're smart enough to do math. The amount that we spent on that degree should equivalent and should make a return greater than how much we spent to receive that, proof of degree. So in no way are we like privileged at all. We're not handed like a silver spoon. We're coming out with negative 20,000 already, to start life. We already owe money, and we're like pressurized by society to have, a family, to become a doctor, to have a house, all within like 2 weeks after graduating. Like, what kind of logic is that? And lastly, although I think this is probably one of the best things that they can, say as an excuse, is that we're a threat to the status quo. So if you're applying to a job, more than likely there are people who are above you. There are seniors, there are people who have been working there for several years. So that means there are a lot of older people who have like built up this company from the ground up. So they've been doing the same things for maybe 20 years. And that means they probably don't like change. the moment they see like a fresh 20-year-old join their company and start, inputting their ideas, they might get offensive. They might somehow feel threatened because you, who are young and ambitious, you're throwing out these probably good ideas that will change the whole structure of their company. In their mind, they're thinking,
I built this company from scratch. I built it this way, my way. Probably when you were just born, I was building this company.
how come this 20-year-old can just all of a sudden show up here and start changing my stuff? How dare you change something that I built my entire life? Like, you have the audacity to like change what I built? And in the end, yeah, I can see where they're coming from, because like I know you don't want to change what you built too, because it's been working. But things have always changed. Things will continue to change, and if you don't adapt to the current situation, then you will be left out. So you being young and naive, and honestly being a threat to the status quo, that is a good thing for you, but a negative for other people. Negative for the people who have already been working there. Negative for these older employers who are okay doing the same things over and over again. No matter how many times they say, oh yeah, we love young people, we love innovation, we love doing this, we love change. No, they don't. If they did, they would have accepted you, or you would have at least had like some response. And honestly, that's why you'll never get the job. And currently, even right now, I've been working in my field for over 2 years. I still apply to entry-level jobs in my field just to, see the response. And I get the same things. Oh, we regret to inform you that we've chosen another stronger candidate. Again, these are entry-level jobs. What do you mean, stronger candidate? Don't you want someone who's, entry-level? So the whole system is almost designed just to keep you in place. It's honestly going to be hard to even put your foot in the door if you don't know of anyone, unless one company is really willing to take the risk to accept you. Especially if you don't have any experience, they're taking on a really high risk just to take someone who has nothing. And if society's like bagging down on you, saying, why don't you just get a job, just know that more than likely you're in a pool of 10, 20, maybe 100 other people who also don't have a job and also don't have experience, but they only have, one position. So in the end, they're going to be saying to 99 other people, just get a job. It's so easy for them to say that, but deep down, in the end, only you know the true experience. And yeah, I know, it sucks. I feel bad for this generation because they're coming out in one of the worst times, and every single year is just getting harder and harder because you're competing with, tens and hundreds of other applicants who are just coming out. So each one person who did not get that job, they might apply again next time. And so now you're still going to be in the same pool of the same last year's candidates, plus this year's new candidates, and next year's new candidates. So the pool is just getting larger and larger, and you're just competing competitive market. So that's all I have for this video. I went through the same thing, but I was able to get my foot in the door. I just don't know how it's going to be like for the other people who are, just coming out. Just good luck to them. And I want to help where I can, but I am not hiring anyone, so don't ask me to get a job. I hope this video helps, vent out your frustrations, because, it helped me even though I have a job. Let me know down in the comments what you're trying to do about it, and I'll see if I can get back to you. That's all I have for this video. Goodbye.